guys, it's me, Maddie Maddawg Forberg, and today is a very special episode that's going to be very near and dear to my heart. And because it's so special to me, I'm getting my makeup done by the one and only Corrine.
Corrine Styles.
So this will be fun. There'll be a lot of cool stuff going on in this episode. So me talking to you will be in an interesting place, but I'll be especially dolled up.
So today, Maddie has beautiful blue eyes. So what I did a little bit of like golds, a little bit of brown look, and it really brings her eyes. They're beautiful. So look at her now. She's never seen. This is gonna be the first time. So here you go.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
See that?
It looks so good! Oh my god. Damn, that's me. Dang. Wow, you work some magic here. Wow, it looks so gorgeous. I love that. Wow.
Hope you like it.
It is so pretty. That's me. Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Maddie Maddawg Forberg, and you're watching Maddawg Strong on Mondays. This is a very particularly interesting yet important episode to me. As you can tell, again, we are not somewhere in the gym, and yet we're in somewhere very, very gorgeous, and I have my makeup done. This is because this episode is very special to me. The reason we're making this video is because next week is the anniversary of something I call my rebirth day. And if you watched last week's episode, you would have heard me talking a little bit about it. The anniversary is 10/15/14. It'll be 5 years since I tried to kill myself, which it sounds very negative, but through that experience I've been able to sort of recreate myself in my life and find beauty and power through living and dealing with what I deal with. So that's why we're in this place. I wanted to have something beautiful, something that is serene and gorgeous in nature. This is called Morikami Museum and Japanese Garden. It's in Boca Raton. Crazy enough, I didn't know that there was anything like this in Florida. So I found it in the perfect time because this is a place where people can come to reflect and feel peaceful. If you're somebody that meditates, this is a gorgeous place to meditate. We'll take you around it a little bit as we walk through, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my struggle, as all of this has culminated into the person I am today and has brought me into lifting and brought me through so much. Growing up as a kid, I had gone through a lot of tragedies. As a child, I lost my father, my sister was in an accident and suffered a traumatic brain injury, and generally just as a kid growing up with depression, I struggled very much. At the age of about 10 years old, I learned what self-harming was and started to self-harm. Although I didn't really know what depression was at that age, I just felt like I had feelings and I felt like I didn't have control of anything. And this self-harm went on for years up and through high school. It manifested itself as depression, it manifested itself as an eating disorder as well, which I've touched on a little bit in some of my other episodes. I've been inpatient a few times for my depression. The first time I was going into my freshman year of high school. I went inpatient just because I was dealing with a lot of suicidal thoughts. My self-harming had become pretty evident. Thankfully, like, you can't really see much of it now because I have the tattoo over it, something beautiful to cover it. But that's when it started to get more aggressive and progressed into what it was until at the end when I had stopped self-harming. So I was inpatient then. I thought I learned something, but I was still only like 14 years old at the time. And then each summer after that, I had gone inpatient again. I missed a lot of school in high school and junior high just because the depression was so much, and I had no idea what to do with the terrible feelings that I had, because unfortunately in our current society it's getting better, but at that time, mental illness, there was not a lot of awareness for it and not a lot of resources as a kid. People kind of thought that depression was like a bummer time as an adult or when something happened, and although I had a lot of things happen as a kid, I just continuously struggled with ADHD and depression and anxiety. So after a few times inpatient, I was inpatient 4 times. I was sexually assaulted my senior year of high school, which kind of set me over the edge. I started taking drugs. It was a pretty terrible time. I was still in band, I was still going to class, but I just wasn't me anymore. I didn't have any purpose. I got really deep into my eating disorder. I was like 90 pounds and I was just struggling. I cut my hair off, dyed it blonde. My family didn't really know what to do because they felt like they were giving me every resource that they could with putting me inpatient and finding therapists, which I'm very grateful for, because I know a lot of people may not be able to afford the kind of therapy that I was able to receive. So thank you, family, for that. But the senior year, I just really hit rock bottom until one day, 10, 15, 14, I had felt completely numb. My mom had caught me with drugs again, and like that was never somebody that I wanted to be growing up. I'd always had like a pretty bubbly personality until it wasn't, and I just felt numb. Like I felt nothing that day, and so I overdosed on a bunch of pills and went to the hospital and was like just sick, and I was inpatient for like 3 weeks and outpatient for a week or 2 weeks. But that was when I really decided to grab hold of my life, because when I was in the hospital after overdosing and not sick anymore, my brother was like, how could you do this? And like that is such a harsh thing, but something that I needed to hear was like, what I'm doing is very hard on myself, but it affects other people, and I never really realized how much my struggle was affecting others and how big it really was, because I had the tendency to downplay things constantly and not validate my own feelings. I would just bury it until it had culminated into this huge thing. So through that therapy, I just really took a look at myself and was like, hey, these are the problems that I have. I just need to face things head on, and I need to be honest with the people in my life when things are bad. Obviously, it's so uncomfortable to tell somebody, hey man, I'm fucking struggling, but that is something that helps me now. And it's, as someone that's very stubborn and very prideful, telling somebody that you need help is so hard to do. But I had realized the value of my life and the value that I wanted to have in my life. I wanted to become a person. When I was younger, I never really saw myself past the age of 18. I never really had plans for anything. I didn't necessarily want to die, but I just didn't see a future in anything that I was doing until I had hit rock bottom. I'd started to get into fitness in a better way. The following year, I'd started powerlifting. I had asked my 2 best friends to teach me, and powerlifting, I say it a lot, but this world has really saved my life. I know that there's a lot of negativity in fitness and whatever, but powerlifting has given me a goal to have, and it's something that I can keep myself accountable for. Especially diet-wise, it helps me from getting into a further eating disorder or feeling as depressed as I could be, because I feel like I have a purpose. Like I can take the time of day to do something with my body, to feel strong, to just hold the bar in my hand and just feel something. And so that is when my life got ultimately happier. It was obviously still a journey with dealing with depression, but my life started again when I was able to be honest with myself and look at the struggles that I have and just realize that it was a part of me and that I can live with depression, I can manage it and maintain it, and I can be happy. I can involve the people that I love in what was going on with me and have a better life with being honest. If you know someone that's struggling with depression or self-harm, speak with them. Just love them, hug them, refer them to a therapist or a professional. If you have the resources to go to therapy, please go to therapy. I think everyone should go to therapy because the world is so harsh, and we all could benefit from having a deeper look inside. But 10, 15, 14 is a very significant day to me, and now it's 5 years since I tried to kill myself, and I have reborn my life into something amazing. I get to talk to the camera and tell you guys, and I'm so grateful that you guys watch and listen and relate. Again, for any of you that are struggling out there, you matter, you're important, and Maddawg loves you. So thank you guys for watching. These are happy tears because I'm very emotional, but this is good, life is happy, and there are so many opportunities. As just a band nerd who was doing drugs and feeling sad, now I'm Maddawg, and I get to lift weights and get my makeup done on camera. The world is endless, and I hope you guys find your passion and feel happy and loved. And yeah, thank you again for watching. I can't wait for you guys to see how gorgeous this place is and maybe visit sometime that you're in Florida. But always remember that you matter, Maddawg loves you, and thank you again. So far, this is one of the most beautiful things I've seen in Florida. Luke and I have done an airboat ride trip where you can see like alligators and like crazy stuff, but this is just gorgeous. I've never really seen anything like this. Just like there's a bonsai garden over there, museum, which is just awesome. And there's so many like little creatures that live in Florida that are just like running around here, little iguanas slash mini dinosaur kind of things. But it's very peaceful. There's a lot of waterfalls, and just it's nice to see green. I just love being outside. Like, it just feels so nice. We've got a dangler. Okay. I got huge. Oh shit. See, there's a lot of beautiful things, and then there's a lot of like fucking crazy things. That is a dinosaur. That's an actual dinosaur. Holy hell. So the more and more we walk along this place, the more I feel like my heart rate is lowering. I just feel calm. This is a place that I'm very glad that I found, because I can see myself coming here if I just need a break, if I just need like an hour of peace, being alone and just being in nature. I'm really glad we came here because it's just been gorgeous, and everywhere you turn is something new and something beautiful. It's amazing here.